doing a quick live stream here in a car park. So I'll just wait a bit for some lovely viewers to join. Got a little ripe mandarin here. Fruit, any time of the day for me. But fruit before starches, fruit before cooked food. Have I got good reception in here? Yeah, 2 bars of 5G. That's a strong enough connection, isn't it?
It is. How's the mandarin? Any good?
It's a Nippy's mandarin. You want to try?
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for joining.
Where'd you put your gift cards?
They're in my bag.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's one advantage when you do a sit-down live stream. You can see the comments as you go. You found that?
Easier to scroll when you're sitting.
On your desktop as well. I wonder if it's the same amount of reach on desktop versus mobile.
Sure. Do both and see.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can always have your mobile set up and then just reading comments on desktop. Yeah, I wonder.
Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll come up close to read them.
Well, I can read them, mate.
Okay. I'm just gonna put my jacket back over there. I'll be 1 sec.
Yeah.
We're in Adelaide, South Australia, and it's officially winter. Winter is June, July, and August. So the temperature's dropping, it's starting to rain more, which is really good because we had our driest summer in 33 years. There was something outrageous like 0.8 mil of rain in February. So the land was so dry, it was really dusty, and going for bike rides in the Adelaide Hills, you could see how dry it was. So now it's raining more, and it's pretty cold, but it's nothing like North America or parts of Europe.
So I've got a question here. You stand up and I'll do the question if that's
Sure.
easier on your neck. I work in construction and need to take meals with me. Do you recommend Harley's sugar rice? So should you eat like the hardest construction workers in the world?
The hardest
The Asians?
construction workers in the world.
The Indians? Africans who work the hardest? Should you eat like them? The best, what are the best construction workers in the world eat?
Should you eat rice meals or should you eat meat pies and iced coffee? Depends what your goal is. Depends if you want this physique or this physique.
Or this, yeah.
Fuck off, Narc. Depends what physique you
Got
want.
this lighting here. Want to be a construction worker with abs or construction worker with a big fat gut?
With a big fat gut, yeah. Because those meat pies and that iced coffee, you look at the average Australian tradie in construction, well, they're not looking good. But you go to Asia, you know, they're constructing everywhere. It's such a bustling place.
Biggest
And
buildings in
the
the world.
workers are often Burmese, and they are so lean, they are ripped year round, and they're doing the rice and sugar diet, no counting calories, high carb, low fat.
Yeah. Hello from Mexico. She's a super.
Hi.
Hello from Wales, South Australia.
Wyala, hello.
I'm a dude, and as lovely as your body is, Harley, I want to be like Harley. Yeah.
Sweden here. I like both of your work.
Thanks.
Thanks. So people write things and they put it, like they hide it,
Yeah.
and you choose to view it.
Yeah. shave our bodies.
Do you shave your bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually got 10 rounds of laser hair removal, and that was a deal package that I got, and it worked well. I'll have to get some more, but it makes the hair grow back very fine, and it's really easier to shave. It's a lot less maintenance.
True.
So yeah, but I like the electric shavers. That's what I've been using since I've been with Harley. I got myself a Braun Series 8, and it's just super convenient because you don't have to be in the shower wasting a lot of water and putting your hair all down the drain. It's really eco to just go outside and shave your body, and it's got a trimmer attached to there, so that's really convenient because you trim all of the hair first, trim it, and then that makes it even easier to shave. Natasha, do you do the park runs? Thanks for your inspiration, from Karen. It's my pleasure. I do park runs sometimes, not as of late. I've done many park runs over the years. I did my first park run in 2015, and I did them for quite a while there, but then I switched to cycling predominantly when I moved to SA. If the weather's bad and if the roads are wet on a Saturday morning, and I've got good conditioning to be able to run and not get injured or really, really tight in the glutes, then I'll do park run. So park run is a fantastic event. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. There's hundreds of people that show up to Torrens Park Run and park runs all in metropolitan Adelaide.
Yeah. How many bikes do you all own? About 70, I reckon.
Yeah, about 70.
51 this year, got my bike and dropped from 330 pounds to 289 thus far. Good work.
Keep it up. Ride more, drive less. Carb up, fat down. Do our fruit, rice, sugar diet as per the protocols in our ebooks, and you'll get so slim and so lean. We don't count calories, we don't weigh our food, we don't starve ourselves, and we're always in shape. Looking great and feeling great, and we're healthy and fit.
True that.
Because you can look the part, but for how long?
And then feel like crap.
People diet down and they cut down, starve themselves down for photo shoots or a bodybuilding comp, and then they just totally blow out and rebound. Like, are your results sustainable?
I can't imagine doing
yeah,
that.
like, can you maintain
Starving
your
yourself
results?
to be weak and angry.
Can you? That's no way to live.
It's crazy.
Shave outside. What would my neighbours think? Who cares what the neighbours think?
Give them something to laugh about.
Give them something to laugh at.
How much sugar do you eat a day, says Emma?
How much
Natasha.
sugar? So my total carb grams for the day, it's anywhere from about 350 to 550 grams of carbs total per day. And that's including fruit, starch, sugar, etc., etc. But refined sugar itself, at the moment, I'm averaging 100 to 250 grams per day. And that is white cane sugar, and that's going in my smoothies, in my juices. I put it on my cereal, on my oats, and yeah, it's the best supplement.
So you get around 500 to 800 grams of carbs a day overall.
800? That would be if I'm bikepacking, for example.
If you're hungry enough to eat that.
If I'm hungry enough to eat
Yeah.
that, I will.
Yeah.
But for my output at the moment, I'm not very active. I do a moderate amount of exercise, bit of exercise every day, and my appetite calls for
Yeah, that's the important thing to
350
remember.
to 550. Yeah.
Well, you got to talk in total carbs, because people are going to hear that and they're going, she only eats 350 grams of carbs a day. So that's So you got to, I guess, speak in total terms.
Okay, in total terms.
Yeah. Sugar's sugar, really.
In total terms, it's about 500 grams of carbs per day at the moment.
Yeah.
But that changes
Based on your hunger.
based on my hunger.
Yeah. Not on your exercise level, just based on your hunger.
Well-
Some days you just get really hungry and you'll just smash it. You let the hunger decide, don't you?
Well, yeah, but actually, exercise is going to ramp up my appetite.
Exactly.
So I'm going to eat more.
Yeah, but because what people do go, well, I'm going to exercise today, I'm allowed to have some carbohydrate. That's the mistake they make. So we're carving up every day.
We're carving up every day, and I find my appetite to be very consistent because I carb up every day.
Yeah.
I don't have to go on binge fests and stuff. And, I find my appetite to be quite the same every day. I wake up and within 10 minutes, I'm feeling hungry, which is a really good sign.
Yeah.
And then have some sugar down the hatch, and then I start my day.
So do you count your grams every day, or this is just like going to be a guess of like?
No, it's actually guessed.
Yeah,
because
you don't need to count it. Just eat.
in the very beginning, I would count carbs to make sure I'm getting enough.
Yeah.
And I would read labels and see how many grams per 100. So now I know, how many grams of carbs, obviously 100 grams of carbs and half a cup of sugar, then per cup of rice. So I don't count my carbs or calories to make sure I'm not eating too much. I did in the beginning to make sure I was eating enough, but now it's just as I please, and I've got a good idea of how much I need to eat to be satisfied. And if I'm going to go out of the house for a few hours, then I will pack food accordingly.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a water bottle, and I'm going to put 800 mils of water or fruit juice in it, and I'm going to dump 150 grams of sugar in there. I'm going to bring a bag of lollies, or I'm going to bring some sandwiches and
dried fruit.
And that will be that will be oil-free white bread
Yeah.
with salsa, for example.
Yeah. Exactly. What's the point of counting carbs and fat? Isn't it all about calories to lose fat? Here we go.
No, because the fat you eat is the fat you wear. And people are all about counting calories, but fat has 9 calories per gram, and carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. So if you're all about keto and counting calories, well then you should be doing high carb, low fat anyway, because you get to eat so much more. But that's besides the point. Because if you are eating, let's say, 2,500 calories a day, and those 2,500 calories are coming from fruit, table sugar, rice, potatoes, chickpeas, vegetables, or those 2,500 calories are coming from KFC and McDonald's. Do you really think? Just think. Use some logic. Do you really think you are going to look the same, feel the same, perform the same, and smell the same? No, you are not.
So calories in, calories out is BS, okay? You can't even accurately measure your calories in
That's
or
the thing as well. You cannot... Can we, do some jumping and get these lights on here?
It's okay. It's okay.
You cannot accurately determine each day how many calories you absorb and digest.
Yeah, you can't measure that.
You can't measure that. And to actually try to calculate that and measure that, it's going to do your head in, and it's going to take all of your focus away from what's really important in your day-to-day life. David says, and I'm going to take advice from someone doing a vid in a garage. Well, David,
that's why you're fat, bro. that's why you're fat and we're lean. Just saying, not hating, just saying.
That's why you're fat and we're lean, because we have our bikes in the garage and you have your car, and you get in your car to drive to KFC and get a family piece bucket. We hop on our bikes and we go to buy fruit, sugar, and starch.
Speaking of which, I'm going to get some dinner in a minute.
Bro, why does the lights keep going off? There we go.
I need a car up for tomorrow.
Did you say oil-free bread? I did. I really enjoy oil-free bread. It could be bread rolls or a white block loaf. I really like crumpets as well. Just toasted crumpets with fruit jam, no margarine, no butter, because the margarine and the butter goes straight to your belly. But it depends on your goals. If you want to lose weight and you want to slim down, be taut, tight and toned, do not put the margarine and butter on your bread. So don't blame the bread for what the butter did, Do you know why the lights keep going off?
I'm not sure. Do you want to keep going while I eat, or are you going?
Maybe we can just walk over here for a little bit. hello from Amsterdam. Have a good ride today. Thank you. You look really good. Thank you. Thanks for everything. My pleasure. Do you weight train? Rarely. I prefer body weight exercises. I have a gym membership. I don't use it very often. Weights are great. They have their time and place, but I prefer cycling. I prefer being outdoors, being on the bike. I like doing a bit of resistance work and body weight stuff. I've got some equipment at home that I like to use, and that's what I enjoy. Kendra says, this works, guys. It's amazing. I screwed it up by letting my ED win 6 years ago, but back to this now and never coming off it again. Can't wait to feel free again. Thanks, guys. That's it, Kendra. Just listen to us. Do what we teach and preach, because our message is consistent and you are just going to get the best results. There's a lot of EDs and restriction in the plant-based and vegan movement on social media. And if you listen to me one day, someone else another, and then someone else another day, you are just putting too much different recommendations and advice in your mind, and you are just going to be confused and you're going to fall off the wagon and do bad things. So that's why, I say, just listen to me. Get my ebook, his ebook, because it works. That's it. Greg Lamond sends his compliments. Hey, Greggy boy. How often do y'all ride the hills to pay the bills? I love riding hills.
It's at least once a week.
Yeah, at least once a week. In summer, it's like four or 5 times a week. Depends. It's more in summer, obviously, but at least once a week. But I love commuting on the bike, and I love giving it stick, going hard on my commutes. That feels really good too.
I guess dinner's you gotta stay here.
Okay. So this was just a quick live stream. Thank you for joining, everyone. Just an 18-minute one. I'll come back live on again tomorrow. So if your question has not been answered here tonight, come back tomorrow, okay? Gonna leave it at that. Thanks for joining.
We'll do a super chat. We'll definitely see it.
Take care, guys.